ProbStats kids, this is Dr. Callahan with week 9 Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. So go ahead and pause the video and take a look at the following 3 questions for your warm-up. Just so that we know we have an idea as what's going on. This is week 9 Monday, and keep in mind that on week 9 Friday, your warm-up log is due. Last week was week 8 Friday, and what we did was we turned in our white guided note packets for unit 2. If you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that today and just put it in the bins for prop and stats in your individual folders. If you don't have a folder, just let me know. And then you should also have a new packet for unit 3, which is going to last you until week 14. So it's going to take about a month for us to get through that. All right, so what restaurant is located on 1-3? And you should see that it is the Golden Corral. Okay, so if you have not turned in your packet yet, make sure you do that in class next time. Your packet should be for Unit 2, Chapter 11. It's a white packet. We did do some reflection on this in terms of what did you complete with your guided notes, in addition to also your homework templates. And if you do have some empty pages, you need to make sure you're watching the YouTube videos to ensure that you have those done. And your new packet is going to be for week 9 to week 14. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your brand new packet. And this is your breakdown for today's lesson. Okay, another thing I do kind of want to briefly mention is a reflection that we did in class. If you were not here for that, make sure you do this on a separate piece of paper on your white packet for unit 2. It's the one that you're going to be turning in, or you have already turned in. Is that you want to remember your papers 1 to 3. First one is, did you complete the guided notes for each of the sections between 11.1 to 11.7? Don't forget the online hybrid days, because even though you're not with me in person, we are still working on those hybrid days. And we do have notes that you have to complete on those days when you're at home. Number 2, did you complete your objectives? Those are the ones with the little smiley faces that we do after each notes. And then did you complete the assigned textbook homework with the homework template? So then go ahead and assign yourself a grade on these 3 things. And then the reflection is on a piece of paper, list 3 advice you can give yourself on how to improve or continue on working hard for the next unit's guided notes. And lastly, make sure you turn your unit 2 guided notes into the bin, and then grab the new unit 3 guided notes in class. You can also access this on the class Google Doc, where you access your homework assignment for each of the days. It's in the very top. It says guided notes. It's on a link. All right, you guys, with that said, let's go ahead and get started with today's stuff. So today we're going to talk about Unit 3, which is 1.1. It's going to be an overview of statistics. It's going to talk about what statistics is, populations and samples, parameters and statistics, descriptive, inferential statistics. And after that, I'm going to have you guys go over examples 1, 2, and 3 on page 1. We're going to go over that together. And then you're going to go over examples with objective 1, 2, 3, and 4 on page 12, and we will grade that. Then lastly, we have a flashcard. It's 92 cards on Quizlet, but you're not going to do all of them. I'll give you more instructions on that. And then your homework tonight is going to be numbers 2 to 44 evens, and it's for week 9, Monday, on your Google Doc. And keep in mind, tomorrow you will have a quiz on 1.1. So if you're going to be online on those days, make sure you go on to MS Team, and you will have that under assignments. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so 1.1. These are the objectives for the section. Here are the vocabulary. Data is consisting of information coming from observations, counts, measurements, or responses. For example, people who eat 3 daily servings of whole grains have been shown to reduce risk of stroke by 37%. That's data. 70% of 1,500 U.S. spinal cord injuries to minors results from vehicle accidents, and 68% were not wearing seatbelts. So based on this data, that tells me I should definitely buckle up when I'm in a vehicle, or wear a helmet if you're riding a bike or a scooter or skateboards. Statistics is a science of collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting data in order to make a decision. Population is a collection of all outcome responses and measurements or counting that are of interest. So the way I think about it is like statistics is collecting the data to make sense of it. So it tells you something specific numerically about something. Population are the people that actually answer to those data. Okay, let's take a look at an example. Go ahead and read that. So this one says, okay, hold on a second. What's going on here? Okay, so after reading this part right here, one is identify the population. What is the population from this? It's basically the adults in the United States. Those are the people that they're actually going out there and collecting the data from. B, what is the sample? The sample is going to be the part of the population and in this situation, it's going to be the 1708 adults in the US. So then describe the data set. So what is it saying specifically? So what is the outcome? Well, here what it's saying is that 939 adults says yes, that global warming is an issue, probably to climate change. And we should probably do something about that. So that's how you will interpret a survey. Okay, example 2. Okay, first thing I'll have you guys do is which one is the population? Go ahead and underline it. And then which one is a parameter? Go ahead and bubble it. So as you remember, a population is going to be, it's going to be the people that you're targeting here, okay, for the survey. And in this case, it is going to be 667 MBA graduates from the University of Chicago Graduate School. The parameter is going to be the numerical description. So it has to have numbers. And so what's the numerical description? It is that they increased graduation by 8.5% from the previous year. So this part right here is the population, the 667 MBA graduates, and then the parameter is it increased by 8.5%, which is good. That means more people are going to school and graduating. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Go ahead and read the example here. Descriptive statistic is going to be the branch of statistics that involves the organization, summarization, and display of data. So as you're reading this example, your descriptive statistic is going to be facts about which man lives longer, married or unmarried. Married versus unmarried. What do you guys think? I don't know, some people can say, well, if you're married, it's so much stress, and that might actually affect you negatively with your mental mindset. But then I'm like, if you are married, you have a life partner, and you get to take care of each other, and you get to support each other and feel loved. So I don't know, I guess it all depends on if you find the right person to be married to. Inferential statistics are branches of statistics that involves using a sample to draw conclusions about the population. So when you use these statistics, what did you come up with as a conclusion of that data? So in this case, as I'm reading this, it's just that married men lives longer, which is probably true because they do have somebody to love them and take care of them. All right, so that's all the notes I'm going to be using today. So now what I'm going to have you guys do is do objective 1, 2, fill out the table. It's not too difficult. It's exactly what we did before, and it starts on page 12. Then go ahead and do objective 3, followed by objective 4. So pause the video and complete those questions. And you don't need to do objective 5. All right, let's go ahead and go over those answers. So these are my answers for number 1. Populations for objective 2 is all infants in Italy. The sample is 33,043 infants in Italy. So take a look at the answers. All right, objective 3. My answers are right here. It's highlighted in yellow. And lastly, objective 4. 56 of women are primary investors in the household, and women controls money in the household. That's right, you go girl. Go ladies. All right, you guys, that's it for the objective. So next, we're gonna move on is to your homework tonight. Your homework, remember, is on the Google Doc. You just simply scroll down to, make sure you guys go to week 9, Monday, you have to scroll down a little bit. And I always include it on the Google Docs so that way you don't have to take a textbook. And then you have your questions right here. So make sure you show this on the back of your homework template. So next, what I want you guys to do is, if you're at home, you can use index cards or maybe just take a piece of paper and cut it into little squares, is we're going to make a set of flashcards. So you do, however, need to get to this link right here. Be careful with a capital C, capital H, and that right there is an L. It's not a 1, it's an L. So it's a lot of cards. There are 92 cards. You don't need to do all of them. What you're going to do is you're going to read the cards and you're going to pick 10 concepts that you don't know when it comes to statistics, and you're going to write the concept on a card. Put that in an envelope and you're going to title Terms of Statistics, and you just need to do 10. But in order to do 10, you have to go through them to make sure you actually are doing the ones that you don't know how to do. So let me go ahead and show you which one you're supposed to be going to. So once you type that in, it's going to take you to here. And as you can see, there are 92 cards. I know you're like, wow, that's a lot. So go through them and see if you know what it means. Hold on a second. I can see that I didn't screen share this. So give me a second. New share. I'm going to share it over here. Sorry about that. Okay. So once you get to this part right here, you'll be able to see this. And if you're not, I don't know what this group measure is divided into, click on the card, and then it is going to give you the answers. And if you want to, you can also go ahead and click on the little voice message thing to have it read it to you. All right, well, that is it, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.